What's up, guys? It's Michael with the Gun Guy 30 channel. Appreciate y'all watching. Today I want to do a short little video talking about 1911s. Um, in the gun world, it's so funny how people are. You love Glocks, you hate Glocks, you love XDs, you hate XDs, you love 1911s, you hate at 1911s, M&Ps, CZs, Walthers. You have all these different guns. There's thousands of different kinds of guns that you can get into. But your main ones that seems to be that everybody's all about is your Springfields, your Glocks, your M&Ps, and your 1911 variants, obviously, because there's hundreds of different 1911 variants out there. I like them all. I don't necessarily hate any one. There is guns as far as those four that I would not own. I say guns. I don't necessarily know that I would buy a Springfield. I think Springfield is an excellent gun. I just don't know that it's for me. There's just some things about it that I'm just not just crazy about. Now, like I said, it's an excellent gun. Excellent gun. It's just not for me. So, having said that, I love M&Ps, I love Glocks, and I love 1911s. I want to talk to you a little bit today about a 1911 that's on the market, and you can get it pretty reasonable priced, but it's not really a 1911 that people talk about. If you look it up on YouTube, you really don't see any videos on it. It's just not one that's talked about, but it's a 1911. It's a company that's been around for years and years and years, and they make fantastic 1911s for the money. So, without further ado, this is the Iver Johnson Trojan 1911. This is the commander's model, or the officer's model, whatever you want to call it. It's the 4.25 inch barrel. It's not the full 5-inch barrel 1911. It's a little bit shorter. It is empty. We'll chamber check it. So it is a safe firearm. We'll go ahead and throw that mag to the side. As far as 1911s go, is it the Cadillac of 1911s? No, it's not. It's a everyday rugged beater 1911, but man, does this thing shoot! It is a sure enough shooter. All steel, just like any of your other standard 1911s. It's 45 ACP, 8+1 capacity magazines. It will take the flush bottom 7-rounders. I don't choose to have them because 8 rounds is not enough for me. Anyways, I wished I could have a 20-rounder, but just your standard blacked out sights, iron sights, steel sights. I will say that I take on all of my firearms that doesn't have night sights. Any handgun that I have that don't have night sights gets the front sight painted. I'm used to running the Ameriglow Pro iDots on my carry gun, and that's an orange front post. So by painting the front post either a orange or this is more of a red, I'm familiar with that. So when I draw this gun out to get my sight picture, that red or orange front dot just pops. I mean, it just comes out, and especially in the daylight. But it's blacked out rear sights and a red front sight. This is not what I would consider. Excuse me, I'm getting tongue-tied. Consider a home defense weapon. If it's all you had, it would be fine. But there's no way to mount a light. I'm not going to put night sights on this gun because of that reason. So the way it's set up is the way that I'll run it. The only things that I would like to change on this gun, I would like to get a sure enough beaver tail on it, and I would like to maybe change the trigger out. Now, as far as trigger, the trigger is, we'll show you, like trigger prep, that's it, that little bit, and it is a light trigger, maybe a 4-pound trigger, somewhere around in there. I don't have a scale. And reset, that's it. I mean, it doesn't exist. So the trigger, of course, on it is full blown 1911 all the way. But the company itself, Iver Johnson, you can see the emblem there for the company, and the Trojan on this side. Also, with this gun, neat little fact for y'all. If you notice, the serial number is 00078. So, were there thousands of these made? Absolutely, probably so. But this was number 78 on the line, which I thought was pretty cool. But anyhow, I'll go back to the review. I do want to put a skeletonized trigger in it, maybe a skeletonized hammer, and do something about this. Put a beaver tail, an actual beaver tail on it. Has good steel sights, a good ledge on there for defensive rack. If I wanted to run this gun as a fight gun, I wouldn't, but I could if I wanted to. I did change out the grips. The grips that come with it are a really nice pair of wood grips that are checkered, and they have they actually have owl heads etched into them. I didn't want to mess those up, so those are put away. I did opt for the OD green Hogue rubberized grips. They're awesome, man. They give you it makes it a little bit thicker grip. So when you grab that gun, it just kind of just goes into your hand. I mean, it just like your fingers just wrap around it, and it's like it was made for your hand. It breaks down like any other standard 1911. It's a beater GI 1911. I think this gun comes in at around 620 or 630. You can probably get it for under 600 in a place that actually sells guns at a for real good price. But yeah, man, Iver Johnson. You know, you don't hear a lot about Iver Johnson. In fact, when I got this gun, I had never even heard of Iver Johnson. But when I did some research on Iver Johnson made 1911s for the war, in World War II. These guys have been around for a long time, and they've been making 1911s for a long time. But I mean, they were making 1911s on the Colt patent in the 40s in World War II. So obviously they've been here long enough that they've proven themselves. Great gun. The only thing that I will say about it, as far as 1911s go, is it's 1911 all the way. If it's not old, yeah, it doesn't run very good. You can't run it dry. It likes a lot of grease. You can run it dirty. I don't know how dirty, because I don't let it get too terribly dirty. But you can tell by the look of this gun, by the wear and stuff on the finish, that I have run the mess out of this firearm. I mean, look at that barrel. I mean, I have run this gun a lot. Before I got into Glocks, this was my go-to gun, and I run the dog mess out of it back then. But keep it clean, keep it oiled. It's a machine, man. It'll run. So just a little preview, just a little update, not an update, but just a little review on a nice little 1911 for the money. And they make all different kinds. They make the short, the little subcompact. This is more like the compact. They make the full size versions. They make the ones that are all done up with the the front serrations for press checks and the beaver tails and Novak sights. I mean, they make them as high end as you want to go, but then they make nice little base models too. The Trojan is kindly in the middle. It's not a complete GI model, but it's not high end either. So, anyways, guys, check them out. Iver Johnson. This gun, they do make a carbine. I saw it the other day at the at a gun store. They actually make a carbine that's an Iver Johnson lower and a carbine upper. It shoots 45 ACP, and it'll run your standard 8-round mags or your 10-round power mags, whatever. Pretty cool gun. An Iver Johnson's something you probably have to get on like Gunbroker or Bud's Gun Shop or something like that. You're probably not going to just walk into a store and find them. I have. In fact, this gun was bought in a walk-in gun store. But that's the only time. I've never seen them since. So, anyways, just a review of that gun. Just something a little different here on the channel. Appreciate you guys watching. Appreciate all the comments. Please subscribe. And we'll catch you on the next video. Y'all be safe.